I've decided to warm my legs up on the walls of Conwy Town and Castle. The castle, a little bit of history, was built by Edward I during the conquest of Wales, 1283 to 1287, I believe. He also included a project to encompass the town of Conwy. I'm sure the locals were unhappy with it at the time, but it cost them around about £15,000 in those days. No idea what that is these days. The castle withstood a siege later by somebody's Mundog at Llewellyn, 1294 to 95, and was temporary haven for Richard II in 1399. That's about the only history I know of the town as it is. If you want to know more, look in Wikipedia. So why have I chosen to come to Wales on such a cold September day? Well, the story goes is I'm meant to be in Greece. I booked a holiday there earlier in the year, and due to a slight oversight, left it on the back burner for a bit, and then when I went to check the insurance, I found, yes, I had actually booked the holiday. It was confirmed, but for September 2026, which is next year. So panic ensued, couldn't book anywhere else. So I decided to do a grand tour of Britain, which I used to do many years ago, which encompasses North Wales, up through the Lake District into Scotland, then back down to Yorkshire. It worked out pretty well, but there was one little interesting storm that came along in the middle of it, Storm Amy, which made things exciting for a while. But that was the story as it goes. This particular walk is on the third day that I've actually was in Wales. So the previous 2 days beforehand, I walked over to Llandudno on the first day, 17 miles, caught the train back. That was quite a good day. I went up on the Great Orme's Head there, so that extended it out for quite a bit. And then the day before this walk, I went up onto the Carnadai via Drim, which was another lovely day, and it was another 15 miles or so. Well, that's enough waffle from me. It's time to get on to the walk, I suppose. Got quite tired. I did 12 miles overall. I'm starting at YHA Conwy, which is just to the south side of Conwy town itself, the castle just below me. The day before that, I walked from here all the way out to Llandudno and onto Great Orme's Head, which was quite an epic. It was 17 miles worth of walking. But today I'm feeling quite tired, so I'm going to be doing the foothills of the Carnadai from the hostel. It's going to be about a walk of about 10 miles, climbing to just under 2,000 feet. Hopefully I should get some nice views because the weather looks not too bad today. So, right, just on the first footpath out of the top south side of Conwy. My objective is just ahead, just there. That's Conwy Mountain. And there's some routes up through the woods apparently. I'm just going to be following those, and we're probably marching across the headline down into that dip over there, and then up onto that ridge, and that ridge will take us out towards Tal Y Fan, which is our highest peak today. You can't see it from here, but yeah, this is the start of this wonderful epic. As I said, this is my third day out of a 2-week stay, and yeah, I'm not sure if I overdid it or so yesterday, but I felt really tired this morning, so hopefully this will walk it out of my legs. I feel okay at the moment, but it's only about a quarter of a mile in, crossing the little stream before we start the climb up onto Conwy Mountain. That's Puppy Brook. This is where my legs are going to start feeling it. Up through this narrow sort of woodland area. All sorts here. Should emerge onto a road. Oh, tired. I'm sure I'll get over it. Oh, there's even a sign for it, look. Conwy Mountain. Right. Phew. Sweating already. I might have to take a layer off. I've only got about half a mile into it and I'm feeling it already. Time to strip a few layers off. Ooh. Yeah, it's nice and warm at the moment. Short sleeves weather. Wouldn't believe it for the, well, I'm not sure if it's the 1st of October today or not. I think it's the 31st of whenever. On the way up now through some golden bracken. Having trouble with the voice commands at the moment, so technical hitch at the moment. There's always technical hitches with these things. Can't seem to stop it and start it with voice. What's the view like behind? Right, onwards and upwards through the bracken. Ooh, thick territory this. Right, just reached the main part after a climb through a bit of a bracken forest there. So this would take us to the summit, which is dead ahead of us. Behind you should be able to make out Conwy Castle. I was there a couple of days ago taking photographs. Hopefully I can get some decent ones. Hopefully that's the steepest I'll see today, but it was a bit of a haul. Very short, but strenuous. Right, where do we go from here? That way. You see the mountains just over the trees there. If I go up higher, I should be able to see it from there. I was on the mountains just behind the trees there. Looks like there's a mountain bike coming. Yeah, fishing for photographs. Lovely view. Yeah, there's the mountains I was up in yesterday, but they're just out of view. So if I come across that way a bit, just about make them out. That's the foothills of the Mole Windsor, this one in front of us, which we hope to do today. Still feeling not too bad, but a little on the tired side. Not far from the summit of Conwy Mountain now. Whole of Conwy and Llandudno over there. I walked over there 2 days ago, up to Great Gorns, the Orm's Head over there, from the castle just behind me. So I did a little tour of the castle, across the bridge, along the shore a bit, up over that little peak there. There's supposed to be a sort of like a medieval castle in there, but you can't see any of it. Into Llandudno, I had tea on the pier and then walked up on the Great Orm's Head and then caught the train back to Llandudno Junction. That saved me about 6 miles, because overall I did about 17 miles of walking, because it's nearly 2 miles back from the station. But yeah, tide's out. Little haul onto the top, shouldn't be too bad. That's Crag. This is quite popular amongst the locals, this little hill. They bring all their dogs and walk around some of the summits. You might be lucky and we can see some wild ponies up here too. I saw a few yesterday, up over there. That's where I was yesterday, beyond that peak, and that's the peak I hope to do today. Well on the way up, the peak's just ahead of us. Just a little kangaroo. Should be able to see Conwy behind me, the castle. fact, I'm getting better vistas up here than I did yesterday on the 3,000 foot peaks over there. Much more camera worthy. It was at this point that I found later on reviewing my footage that the microphone had annoyingly stopped working, and it stopped working for the rest of the footage. So apologies, I'm going to try and fill in the rest of the video with voiceovers and text if I can. Here we are after a short final scramble, and we finally made it to the top of Conwy Mountain with views over Llandudno, Conwy, over past the Penmine back over towards Anglesey, if you can see it. You can see our Great Orme there down through the gap, just jutting out to sea. At Alt Wen, just above the Cygnet Pass, which is just to my left, the route that was recommended tells you to go down to that village, and then you have to ascend later on, which doesn't make sense to me, so I'm going to go an alternative route to this pass where I don't need to descend, because going down and then up doesn't make any sense to me. Waste energy. After crossing the Cygnet Pass, we're now ascended onto the moor of Mine Esgob, don't know how you pronounce that, with the view of Tal Y Fan in the distance, which is my objective at the end of the day. Well, didn't I promise you wild Welsh ponies? So here they are. Aren't they cute? I'm just checking the map and time, as I'm well aware that it has taken a bit longer to get here than expected. So I've set myself a time or limit of 2:30 at the summit, of which I'll need to then turn around and head home, otherwise I'm in danger of getting back in the dark, which I don't really want to do. I've got a head torch, but I don't really want to use it. Take 5 and a late lunch. Just at the beginning of the old quarry, and a decision point whether to press on the 1.2 kilometres up the hill towards the summit, or whether to head off home, because I'm getting quite close to that time limit now. And as you see, the decision is to actually go for it. It's 1.2 kilometres, it's not too far, but there's a bit of a climb, so it's just over there, hopefully. So here we are on the first lower peak of Tal Y Fan, and yep, there's some more ponies, so it's a chance to get my camera out and take a few snaps, and then on with the walk. Here I am halfway between the two summits, the main summit just ahead of me, but I've reached that time that I wanted to turn around at. I don't want to get caught in the dark, so the decision to be made here is to turn around and start making my way back, which is a pity because the main summit is only about 10 to 15 minutes away, but it's not worth the risk, so I'm turning back. I'm back at the old quarry, where I'll now pick up the Cambrian Way, which I'll stay on for about 5.5 miles back to Conwy. I have about 2 hours of daylight left, so I should get back in time. I'm about 2 miles from the quarry here and making quite good time, as the path so far has been quite good going and fast rolling. I came across 2 Germans back there asking me where the nearest bus stop is. Miles away, I think. Got a good view of the Conwy Valley to my right. This will take you from Conwy to Betsy Coed. I'm cracking along at a good old pace here, probably about 3.5 miles per hour or more. I'm making such good time here, unexpectedly. I would have actually had time to actually go to the summit with time to spare. But I made the call and there's no going back now. Hey, I think I found Noah's Ark here. And here we have another curiosity in a field. What is it? Some kind of folly? Chapel maybe? I don't know. But it makes a good photo all the same. Not too far now, and some nice des reses here, squirrels included. Squeak! Sorry, can't do squeaky gate noises, but I tried. I'm about to get my boots very mucky here, as there is no way round this farmyard slurry. And there's the culprits for all that bull slop I just trudged through. Oh, got the look. This housing estate is so new, it ain't on any maps yet. And finally at Walk's End, with plenty of light to spare. I'm not too disappointed in making the summit, as it has been a cracking walk, with plenty of great vistas to boot. It's one to do again.